Welcome to Gear Up. This is the show where we talk about and simplify everyday technology and innovation for the Filipino. On this episode, we're talking about the top digital trends for smart homes, smartphones, and smart working. With over 50 million units out in the market today, smartphones have become an integral part of the life of every Filipino. Joining us today to talk about smartphone trends in the Philippines as well as international is the PR Manager of OPPO Philippines, Mr. Eason De Guzman. What is it that Filipinos look for in a smartphone?
Filipinos have a very different taste for smartphones. Number one is really preference for price. Second is camera. How good the selfie is, how good the rear camera, how fast does it take a photo.
When it comes to the price, is there like a sweet spot that they're looking at when it comes to shopping for a new smartphone?
The sweet spot right now are the 10,000 peso smartphones with value for money, bang for buck. When you say it's like it has the latest technology in terms of security, like face unlock technology. At the same time, it has the 18:9 ratio screen, the ones it's taller than the usual. You get a 5.7-inch screen for 10,000 pesos. That's good enough. Like 3 years ago, that was around 30,000 pesos.
Do you think it's fair to say that the average Filipino is now more inclined to spend more on smartphone?
Smartphone arena is really getting hot if 20,000 below in general. Because a lot of features we've seen 3 years ago are now going down. And then the features going up from 20,000 and above aren't that really tangible enough for Filipino consumers right now.
To spend more.
To spend more, yes.
That makes sense because what we're seeing now, based on what you're saying, is that a lot of the features that Filipinos couldn't afford to buy before, because those were features that smartphones only within the 25, 30, 40,000. Now it's getting crazy. There are smartphones for like 50, 60,000.
Yes.
But we're seeing those features trickle down into smartphones below the 20,000 peso range. And to your point, I think it halos well because a lot of the more expensive smartphones are leveraging heavily on the face unlock technology.
Yes.
So it's good to see that, hey, I can already get that for a smartphone that's like 17,000 pesos, right? So I think that's more or less what you're saying. Okay. Now, so that's the first part. What about the camera? You mentioned the camera.
Yes.
You mentioned that Filipinos would, one of the first things that they would do is check out the selfie camera, the rear camera. I think it's safe to say that they check out the selfie camera first,
yes.
And then they check out the others. So if you can talk more about that, what do Filipinos look for specifically in a camera on a smartphone?
60-40, 60 for the front camera and then 40% for the rear camera. So the reason behind that is the level of Filipinos mingling with their rear camera. It's like not a lot of Filipinos right now have the capability or the enthusiasm to try slow motion, try other
artistic
shots.
It's really just to capture the moment with their friends.
It's like they just want to point and shoot and then take that moment and that's it. It's really, they care about how fast the picture will take, how shareable it is in Instagram or in Facebook, social media.
Now, you mentioned earlier that when it comes to technology and in cameras, there have been a lot of progress made. So maybe you can talk more about that one. I heard that your new lineup of devices have found a way to integrate artificial intelligence with how to take selfies. So that's pretty crazy, right?
Yes.
So maybe we can talk more about that one.
So since last year, we've started to venture into AI. So AI is a process or artificial intelligence. We at OPPO have AI beauty technology. It means that we analyze your face now in more than 296 spots. It's meaning the T-zone, so it's your forehead, and then the nose. And then your U-zone is your mouth until your chin. And of course, the eyes zone. So before, the eyes wasn't even highlighted into beautification. It's one of our major improvements where we analyze your pupil, your eyes, how your eyeshadows, and how to make your face glow. Kasi your eyes are a part of your face as well. A lot of features for AI is really more embedded in the smartphone. It analyzes your battery, performance, so you don't waste a lot of battery. Or in the camera, we analyze if it's nighttime, taking a picture of a dog, if you're taking pictures of your food, or even analyzing your face from selfies. So that's the layer right now we're seeing in smartphones for AI. But in the future, once we see AI develop more, it's going to interact not only with your smartphone, but other devices as well. So it's like smartphone to car, smartphone to another facility. Once you enter a facility, you can have what is the service for that facility, if you want to pay immediately or have your registration. It's more simple and secure as well.
And I think that's what makes a smartphone smart.
Yes.
Right? Because it's supposed to make life simpler. It's supposed to make choices simpler, things convenient.
Mobile payments.
It's supposed to automate a lot of things. And that's what we're already seeing with the smartphones that we have today. Like what you mentioned, it automates editing of photos, even before you take the shot. And I think it's just an amazing piece of technology that we're seeing with such a little device such as a smartphone.